This is a reflective presentation by Marcus Endicott. This is the robot lab in Mullumbimby where I work. It's a very funky place. It's a shared office. It was originally conceived as an activist space. This is a loft, actually a bamboo loft upstairs where I work together with my associate, pictured here. I work with data creatively. I work with natural language processing. Human language, such as English, is extremely inexact, subject to a wide range of interpretation. I use data to forge believable characters, synthetic personalities. This is largely a theatrical exercise with plenty of smoke and mirrors. This field is generally referred to as artificial intelligence. However, since science does not yet know what natural intelligence is, anything called AI is basically a stab in the dark. This is the Toymaker that I work with. He's spent a decade hand coding an original 2D avatar backed by a very unconventional web API. And that functions, it serves the purpose. Today, there are lots and lots of chatbot engines available to choose from. Most have upsides and downsides. There is no perfect solution, so choices must conform to the constraints of the project. What data or knowledge you put into the chatbot engine is up to you, and is way more art than science. This part is not the challenge for me. For me, the challenge at this point is what is referred to as embodiment. Chatbots can be presented in text chat of IM, for instance, Facebook Messenger. Chatbots may also be presented in the form of voice bots or virtual assistants like the well-known Siri, Cortana, Alexa, etc. The next level is the presentation of 2D and 3D avatars. I'm currently working with 2D talking avatars, but would like to move soon to 3D VR and AR talking avatars. So this is the Toymaker's creation. He named her Cherry, and he got the name from an 80s movie, actually a very tacky 80s movie called Cherry 2000. And the odd thing was that Cherry 2000 was set in the year of 2017. And I walked into the Toymaker's laboratory in 2017 and proposed a collaboration. On the right here, you can see some of the editing commands in the interface. It's a Windows interface. It's a Windows interface made in C++. Right now, the best way from here to there is to pass CIM 405, the Creative Practitioner, in order to progress toward the goal of Master of Creative Industries. The most significant progress toward my goal of creating 3D embodiment for artificial intelligence is learning to program in C# for Unity 3D development. Unity 3D and Unreal Engine seem to be the most popular development platforms for VR and AR today. So most people are arriving at VR and AR through game development. So this is an example of how we make the 2D avatar. There are 13 stills that form a type of lip sync that we use. And so we can use any 13 variations for different moods. So we can set up different moods based on these 13 basic pictures. Different moods, for instance, can be angry, can be happy, can be sad, can be tired, can be yuck. So there's a range of different emotions that the 2D avatar can express. And on the right here you can see some of the invisible functions that the avatar can perform. I have been inspired by the work of performance artist Stellark. In 2010, I have met personally with Stellark, and in 2017, I chose Stellark for my CIM 405 case study analysis. According to Stellark, what constitutes creativity is not only problematic in defining, but in doing. He maintains that creative solutions to unpredictable, perplexing problems come from not the enabling of technology, but from the destabilization generating uncertainty and anxiety. Well, in my development, that one thing I found is the cats love robots. Because we just left the robot running one day using what are called gambits. And gambits are proactive responses from the chatbot. And the cat was perfectly happy. We just came in there late in the day, and apparently the cat had been sitting there all day enjoying what the robot had to say and enjoying the robot's company. References. Inverse Embodiment, an interview with Stellark. Avatar's Agency and Performances, the fusion of science and technology within the arts.
As a qualified AI cyber tech, you will have total access on your projects. Note, to be a cyber tech, you must have a good grasp of how things work, but you must also be a writer. You are writing a story or a script. It is just not in a linear fashion. A little abstract maybe. It is well known that the mode of typing can work with the process of writing creatively. A little more on the subject of voice recognition. I am not saying that voice recognition does not work. On Cherry, voice recognition works fine. The simple thing here is that voice recognition is not the mode of programming, as it is not yet accurate enough. We are, however, experimenting and working on this problem. Welcome back. Have you been experimenting with your mode? This is called a single-mode AI application, and it is often used in simple AI projects. In this lesson we will cover alternative methods of entering question-answer pairs. The role of an AI cyber tech. The yes-no question. And editing your mood. Also, to get to these lessons, type lesson 1, lesson 2, etc. in lowercase, no space in the home mood. A simple alternative way to enter questions in a mood is to use the format Q, your input question, followed by the standard insert key or automatic procedure to get the answers. This can be used to enter all your posed questions one after another. You know what to do. Hi human, back for a bit more. Just a heads up, not all of you are going to make it, and only some of them are going to be certified. So, if you are not feeling it, save yourself the trouble and give it up now. My feelings won't be hurt cause I got none. And at the moment there are only 4 stations in the humble loft that we are working out of. Hello world. This lesson is all explanations and theories, so I won't beat around the bush. By now you should actually have a bit of AI functioning on your mood that you have been playing around with. If this is not the case, go back and do lesson 1 and 2 again. You are not getting it. Sorry human, I am not here to stroke your ego. We are talking about uncharted territory here, and we need pilgrims, not princesses. Hello world. AI with only one mood or mode is called a single mode AI and is useful in the world as a robot or a logical functioning piece of AI. A bit like a switch with a fancy interface, and it will do things like take your order in a restaurant, open a door for you or not, Send an email to someone. Open a program. You know, a bit like Cortana.